Earlier in this chapter, that example of discipline, God disciplining us just like our earthly parents discipline us.
Exactly.
For the sake of discipline, you have to endure. It's even stronger, right? It says that you're not even a child of God if you're not disciplined. Right, because if we go back chapter 5, there's this interesting passage starting in verse 7. In his earthly life, he offered up prayers, requests with loud crying and tears to the one who was able to save him from death. He was heard because of his godly fear.
Yes.
And then, although he was a son, actually the Son of God,
Yes.
he learned obedience
Yes.
through the things which he suffered, having been perfected, and then he becomes the source of our salvation for those who obey. Is this similar to that discipline later on in 12?
Oh, absolutely. It's the same with this difference, that Jesus never was disciplined to stop him sinning. He never sinned. He got this right under all trials, but sure, he was disciplined. But there wasn't any failure along the line, along the way, as there is with us. So that's the difference. He never sinned.
What he learned just through the act of standing in our place.
That's right.
Taking the whips, spitting in the face and the blows.
Yeah.
And
well, he learned obedience. He did learn obedience through the things that he suffered. But in that process, there was never actually any failure.
What's fascinating here is that the subject is the Son, clearly, right? The writer is speaking about the Son of God.
Yes.
And he says that the Son of God had to suffer, not only suffer, but be perfected.
Yep.
So when we get to this issue of the Trinity, where they believe that God the Son took on a body, and they call this body Jesus, I wonder what they would do with this sort of passage where the writer clearly has in mind the Son of God himself.
Yes, yes.
Saying that he not only suffered, but he had to be perfected, meaning the Son himself lacked a certain type of perfection that he needed to attain.
Wouldn't be able to manage that. It would be very difficult. You're right. The Son of God in their system would be God himself. God doesn't have to be perfected. But I can get my mind around the idea of a perfect person being tested more and more and still not sinning. I mean, that's conceivable.